Let's see if anyone comes in, because every time I do it on this I never think I'm live. 3 people. Oh, this was... Hi, Red Eye Jedi. Hang on. Right. Hi, Sky. Oh, I can't get comfy. Trying to get comfy. Trying to get me stuff together. Let's have a bit of a ding of this. As you know, it's a frequency 528. I've had this a while. I've seen someone with can you hear me? With a funny thing on the end. I think you've rolled it over your skin, I'm not quite sure. Right, I'm going to take myself off these wings. I was just messing about. This was from ages ago. See. Start getting used to this, I can start putting pictures up again. But let's have a ding while we're waiting. Oh, thank you. Because seeing as though, you know, we're all supposed to be healing in these mad times. Hair's a bit frizzy, I've just washed it. Can you hear that? I really need a new desk that I can actually get my legs underneath, because this has got nowhere to put your legs, so it's like sort of sit on the side, which is a bit back-breaking. I'm gonna have to get a new desk in the end. Yeah, so I'll give it a little bit more time for other people to come in and say hi. A minute. I'll tell you what I'll show you while we're waiting. The cards that I pulled this morning. I got some new cards through the door. And there were these one. Oh, I didn't even realise what the name was on the card. I just like the pictures because I am a visual person. And it says The Light Seers Tarot, and it's a tarot deck. I normally get oracles, like this lovely Work Your Light deck, which I'll do at the end. And the 3 that came out today, this morning, were now. Oh, I've lost one. What was it now? Oh no, they're there. You know, a lot of us going about the golden age and all these good things coming. Well, first one that came out, and I don't always go off the readings of what the card is, I just look at the picture and see what it is this one, the 9 of Cups, but you know, 9, divine, number 9, but I don't know if you can see, it's gold, and they're sort of like, to me it looks like they're breaking free, you know. Look at the light bursting out of them. There's treasure down there, treasure within, us being free, and it is a golden card, like the golden age. Set yourself free, because we are the gold. Off the floor, it's like ascension, you know, we're lifting in a higher consciousness. And then the next one was the Two of Cups. No, I think that was the last one that came out. Then it was the Sun, 19. Well, the golden age again, the Sun. And it's as if there's a little, I don't know if you can see it on here, a little white light coming down. You can reverse the camera. Oh yeah, coming down and touching this lady on the head. The divine light, breathing all them particles in. It was just the colours of gold, as we're talking about the golden age and the sun and everything else. Tracy, much love and light. Thank you, Tracy. And then there was the Two of Cups, which is a lovely picture, which is like, I look at that as a divine union, because not only are some people splitting up, some people are getting it together and finding the sort of divine unions, but also the divine union of, I would say, the physical and the spiritual coming together. That divine union, that split, that is coming back together, which is what I'm going to show you the video of today, of someone talking about the stuff we've been talking about, but just someone else talking about it. And that's what came out today. High Seven Circles. So they're the cards that came out of this deck, and then I'll do them at the end. I just thought they were beautiful. 3 beautiful cards that came out. I've been faffing about today, doing some stuff around the house, chucking some stuff out, and then I found in the loft, because I was getting stuff out of the loft, chucking that, this book. I don't know if it's mine or my sister's, but I'm having it now because it's been there for ages, and it's not really been used, and it's like, I think it's fake leather actually, I don't know what it is, but it's got oh hang on, is this me or my sister's drawing? I haven't got a clue, can't make it out. I didn't know there was a drawing in it. Yes, it's a lady's face. This is from ages ago. Is it me? This is mine. I'll laugh my head off because I don't actually remember it. It could be my sister's, but it's just the point of, it's this face from ages ago. And we all know that I draw ladies' faces quite a lot, but then again it could be my sister. We're quite similar. It looks like one of my drawings, but I'm not 100% sure because it's from ages ago. So anyway, I'm going to use this book because I quite like it. It looks oldie worldy sort of thing, you know, you wrap it round, got signatures inside of it, and I'm going to use it, drawing or something. So I found that, yeah. Hi everyone in chat, yeah, and people who are listening. And then I've been making some cards with little dresses on, handmade, and I've made quite a few, and I'm going to put them up on Instagram, Dolly Daydream on Instagram this week, and I'm going to put all my cards up, all of them. I'm going to have to list all of them, but I put this one up and this one's already gone because one of my friends saw it, and I know she loves butterflies, and I actually knew, I thought, she sees it, I know she'll want it. I mean, I love butterflies too. And it was this one. And everything's handmade on it. So it's a little yellow dress. I know you can't see it properly because it's in cellophane. Says happy birthday. Butterflies, little crocheted flowers. That was one of them. Beautiful handmade cards to send to beautiful, unique people. So that's gone, that one. But I have made some more. They're not all exactly the same because I never really make that many exactly the same, but doing some more a bit like this. So that's really cute, but that one's gone, so I'll put that over there. So just let me get a drink of water before I start. Oh yeah, and also in my little book of my many books that I've got around the house, whichever one I pick up, I drew the other day. I was showing you the one I did a bit ago with the little deer in the middle, and I've just coloured it in pink around the outside because I see pink as a healing colour. one of my favourite colours. And then there's this one that I've not even finished off yet. I make cards like that. Yeah! Great minds think alike, Tracy. And then this one was a dark pink one. I normally quite like light pink, but this was... Remember when I ran off the other day because my sister rang me and was like, the moon, have you seen the moon? And the energies are feeling great at the minute, so... And I ran out and everything. I think it was that night I went to bed or the day after. I just drew this. That's representing the moon in the middle, and these little orby things represent all the different energies, and the eyes are like eyes of consciousness. So that one there. Yeah, I've got a good one. I've got a Jane Davenport one with all I'll have to show it off one time, all Little Mermaids on it. I did have a big one, a big shot thing. People probably don't know what I'm talking about. And then I couldn't get the bits to it and that, and so I had to invest in a new one, but it's very cute. It's very cute. Moon is beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful. And then I got this one. It says Healing to the World. This little angel lady. And then I think that was it. Was that it? Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, that was it. So thank you. So anyway, synchronicities and all that goes on in this world is try and get comfy on this awful chair. Bring me other chair in. Yeah, let me bring me other chair in. I'm not going to be able to sit on this for a long time. Let's see if I can get my other chair in. See if I can get my other chair in. Right. Definitely can't. Oh, I need a new table. Oh. This pillow behind my back might be a little bit better. Is that better? Yes, put my feet under here. I need to get comfy. Oh, I'm going to be swinging around on this now. I feel Dolly is a loving creative spirit. Oh, thank you, Tracy. I am. Some people think I'm not, but I am. You know, because I get a bit aerated sometimes, but don't we all? Because nobody's perfect. We're all perfectly imperfect. So, thanks for everyone who's come in, and thanks for anyone who might be lurking, as I say. But I just wanted to come and share somebody that I just woke up to this morning, because in the morning, if I'm having a bit of breakfast, or if I'm not having breakfast, or if I'm just waking up, or I'm crafting or whatever, I like to listen to YouTube like a radio, but I only pick things that are uplifting. You know about the other stuff, as most of us do, but I pick people that are, on the path, sharing and caring, and know about the dark side, because I do believe you have to be aware. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, don't we all? Yeah. So, yesterday I was talking about a bit about, the authentic, well, I'm going to be talking about authentic self on Monday, hopefully, and I was talking about a few things came up in this chat that obviously, because a lot of us are talking about, because we are awakening. And I did think when I heard this person, they're saying sort of little things that make you think of something, but you'll know what I mean when I get to it. But I can't even jog my memory now. I'm going to play it anyway, so it's going to jog my memory. But I've said and said and said and said, this whole awakening thing, even with Q, it's what we're doing after it starts to come out. It's what we're doing with the people that are beginning to wake up. I have said before, I said last night to someone who came in, you have got to do the journey yourself. No one else can do it with you. You have got to have the experiences yourself, so you know things to be true in your reality. I've had them experiences, and spiritually and 3D ishy wishy, seeing what's going on in both areas all at the same time, because that's what's going on. And I understand about the dark, but I don't dwell in it. But I understand the bigger picture than that is how we heal when this hits the surface for the people who are going to wake up, or the people who are just beginning to wake up now that are in like shock. You could even say dark night of the soul. I don't care what people say dark night of the soul is, oh, it's this, that and the other, and oh, you haven't had one, oh, it's this, that and the other. This guy who I'm about to show has a great channel and talks about all that. It is when you realise a few things, but it all comes down to healing. And when we share videos, it's not just me who shares videos. I like to do a chat along to a video when I'm showing you. Some people just put videos up and that's it. I like to chat along with them because that's always been me. Chatty channel, whatever I'm waffling on about. And I'm authentic because I've always done this. I've always sat up to the camera. I've always come and chat to you. Is we share because we care. And we care about the shift, and there is a shift happening. But we care. It's not because I'm trying to tell someone what to do. It might sound like that sometimes. It's just because we're sharing information, we're sharing things we're having experiences with, and we know people are having experiences because we can tell when we look in chat when people say certain things. This is a shift going on, and it's to show people, even though you have to do thy work thyself, going within, we're still here to show people that you don't have to do it alone, because people will say, yeah, you have to do it yourself, you have to go within. A lot of us become hermits and do cut ourselves off a little bit because we can't be around certain people, meaning not the people, the frequency they're dwelling in, they're in. But the difference is what we're doing now is we're just showing people, it's like a guidance. We're not saying someone's totally right, someone's totally wrong. It's just showing people that you're not in this alone. You've got to do the work by yourself, sort of within yourself. You've got to do the work yourself. No one else can do it for you. You know, you need to experience it to show you that it's real. But there's a lot of us doing it. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. And it is like the Hopi Prophecy when the rainbow tribe return, which we're going to go into in a minute. So it's just, when people get really arsy about like, oh, you know, you've got to leave. Yes, this is what we're saying. You have to do the work by yourself. You have to do the work yourself. No one else can do it for you. It's initiation. You can't cheat the test. But all of us out here who are on here or wherever, it's not just people on YouTube, you know, it's in day-to-day life anyway, is we're just showing you you're not alone. You don't have to go through all the spikes in energy and this, that and the other, and symptoms of this and symptoms of that, and ups and downs of that wave. That we're doing it too. And none of us are at the top of that because we're all forever learning, and it's to unlearn, to relearn again. So none of us have got it totally right. Anyone who says they have, they haven't, because we're trying to reprogram ourselves from the programming we had. We're trying to deprogram to reprogram. So we're constantly learning new things, and it doesn't mean we're going to get it right all the time. Yeah, guiding people to the light is what I live to do. Exactly, it's just a guidance. Like I've said before, if you're walking through the dark, someone said the other day, like if a little kid has, it might be this guy actually, I can't remember, and you put a torch on, you're going to realise that keeping that torch on, you know, if you're in the dark and you're scared, you're going to keep that torch on. Now, if you shine your light, you're not going to switch it back off when you switch that light on. So when you're on your path, and I've said this before, you're going to shine that light, so that path's just a little bit lighter for the other people after you come in, so it's not as hard. They're still doing it, you still have to do the work, but they're not going to trip up as much on the stones in front of them that they can't see, because you've left a little light trail just so they can just see a little glimmer of light, so they're not tripping up constantly. We may have had to trip up, and the people before me and the people before them, because there's been people before us who've been doing the work. I know that, I understand that. That's why a lot of people get all, oh, we've been doing this for you. It's like, right, okay, no one's higher or better than anybody else, but you're shining your light for other people not to trip up as much. They don't have to go through so much of the pain if they're learning about the energies. So who've we got on? Gareth, Britannia Waves the real, yeah. Von Craig, thank you. Tracy, who've we got? Sky, And if you're ever new and you come in and I pronounce your name wrong, it's because I'm a bit dyslexic, so, you know, you'll just get called what you get called. And Red Eye Jedi. I thought I'd switch this phone off. Hang on a minute. Right. So, the journey of truth is it's a tricky one, it's a bonkers one, but it's a good one at the same time. Everybody's journey is different. Yeah, and that's why I got this from a charity shop the other year. Hi, D'Angelo. I'll just go and get it again. Family, different directions, one route. I've always said it's the core, and it's the core energy of you, it's the core energy of me. When I say things, people get triggered. I've always said it's the intentions, it's the core essence of me that you should be able to pick up on. I've said before in a stream ages ago, I drew a picture of a tree, and I said, we are like a tree. We're rooted in the earth, but we have branches out to the cosmos. We branch off in different directions to know ourselves and experience different experiences. But when we come back to the same core, the same family, the same core, as above, so below. We are of earth, though we are of the cosmos. We are of science, but we are of the mystic spirituality, and that is what's coming back together, and that is what people are starting to understand. Everything's energy, vibration and frequency. Nikola Tesla knew. This guy talks about Nikola Tesla, and that's why my ears pricked up, and then I realised he was onto something else as well, and I thought, brilliant. So let's play the video, and I'll do my running commentary alongside of it, because I like to listen to things and share it with you, so we're all sat together like mates. You know, some people might like just watching a video if I put it up, but I like coming doing a bit of a chat, because you can go and watch it after anyway. It's not that long, and his channel, the videos he puts on are not that long. But I think it's like friends sitting down in the times that we're in, connecting, and as if we're sat in the front room together, having a brew, yeah, like family, having a brew and watching it together. So that's what we're doing. And I find it good anyway, because I like seeing what you're all putting in chat as well. Science means branch. Well, there you go. But science, the pseudoscience as well. Not all the scientists want to, you know, connect with the other stuff, but it is what's happening. Yeah, 100%. So let me go and find the channel. And this person's channel, whose it is interviewing the person's that channel. Will look. You may want to look at both channels. You may want to look at. Some of you may know them. Some of you may not. When I shared Camelot Castle Network TV, was it yesterday? The lady off that I think she's also spoke to this lady. I think they've been on Magenta Pixie's channel in the Goddess Roundtable chat. So let me see. So yeah, there it is. So this is the Dharma Life. I think that's how you spell it. I don't know if anybody's ever got any mods in chat that can put it in, but it's the Dharma Life. I will show you the Dharma Life. Probably can't see it, but you can. Anyway, I'll spell it out. I'm rubbish. It's the Dharma Life. I think that's how you say it. DHARMA Life, and it's a lovely lady with short blonde hair. She's got a guy on called who actually doesn't say on here, but I know his channel is, let me go and find his channel. Yes, Michael. Thank you, Von Craig. Yes, he's called Michael, and his channel's called, I think it's Everyday Life. I will check. I only came across him today, so that was a synchronicity for me, because I love Nikola Tesla too. Yeah, his channel's called Our Everyday Lives. The guy with long hair, but I think he's got it tied back on this program. So I just woke up, saw this today, and thought, oof, what's all that about? And it's called the Hopi Prophecy. Well, obviously I saw the title Hopi Prophecy and I was all over it, so I went over to listen this morning, and I liked what he said, and I liked some other things that I heard he was saying, because I know who he follows. Ooh. So let's get ready, let's get comfy. I'm going to try and sit back a bit. So let's play this. Let's do this. And this is all the things we've been talking about. I think it's the Dharma Life podcast. Hi, JP. Oh, it's messed up. Well, I don't know what to say. A lot of energy.
So hello and welcome to the Dharma Life podcast. I'm your host, Eloise Surfleet Middleton, and this week I am bringing another amazing guide. I found Michael's channel, Our Everyday Lives. Loved his message, loved his vibration.
I'm not going to hold it up all night. I'm just going to put it down. But wanted to see him.
I connected, had a little chat, and I thought you guys were absolutely. So Michael Della Rocca, welcome to the Live podcast.
I feel like everything works in divine timing. So right now I'm working on my neuroplasticity.
And what I loved, everything he's been talking about is what we've been talking about on this channel. Obviously, is what a lot of people are talking about because it is the shift. But if any of you don't know, I'll tell you something in a minute when he gets into it.
Something I talk about on the channel. Trying something new.
No, you
something
can't
I've never
see
done
it
before.
but...
So and we
yeah,
work on
Michael.
neuroplasticity, working on pathways in the brain. So sometimes we always repeat the same thing. So something new and creating new pathways in my brain by doing it.
We talked about this the other day. I can't hold it up to the camera because you can't really see, so we're just going to listen to it. But hang on. Like I said, this is what I said about we're breaking old patterns and we're trying to get new patterns in because this is how we start changing things and shifting energy. So we're just going to listen to them talking.
I'm honored that you have me on your show.
Oh, fantastic. And that's what Ascension's all about. You know, we're learning, we're growing, we're stretching ourselves. So yeah,
Expanding.
Really
we're expanding because we're learning new things. We're not going along with, hi Jason. I've not looked at all that yet. I'm talking about something else tonight. So when I probably talk about Trump and that, I'll talk about that another chance because there's loads of stuff going on at the minute with other stuff that people are seeing with things going on in other places. But I've not looked and I'm not talking about that at the minute. So and I'm going to probably play something about gaslighting after as well. But it is the shift, you know.
find caring, journey, and
Four leaf clover, my video keeps shutting off too. Oh, is it the energies about because they're so strong? Is it what we're talking about, the shift and the ascension? They don't like it. Let's give them a bit of a dinging healing dong for 528. I don't know what's going on. But we do, we know there's a shift. Shift in energy, shift in consciousness. I'm just going to carry on and I'm sure it'll just be fine. Yeah, that was 528, so let's listen again.
like nearly 20,000 subscribers. And, you know, what I loved about it was you're sharing this uplifting and positive about the ascension. But how did you come to work?
Well, my background, I say on my matrix journey, science, and when I got to the...
See, he was into science. He was a science teacher. And I just love what he says about this, and I love what he says about the truth, and not all the truth comes out to us. Yeah, YouTube do play up for sure, so I'm just going to carry on.
Point of really expanding my consciousness, it was through learning the teachings of Nikola Tesla. And he was a scientist, and many people are aware of his work, but his work was suppressed. And he always said, when you think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, unlock the keys to the universe. So he was a science mind, and his work connected spirituality with science. And sometimes people think...
And this is what I've said to people, and I've said to people I know that I see, you've got to understand, I see as above, so below. It's that whole thing of, it's a lot of things, and it means one thing. It's science coming together with the spirit realm, spirituality. It's those two coming together, because science like to think they've got the answers to everything, and the facts they haven't. There's a lot of stuff they hide. It's that coming together for amazing things. So as we know what they hide, new technologies, lots of things that is coming, that they've hidden, and obviously they knew, because of Tesla's stuff, but obviously we know someone else who knows of the electrical universe and all that goes along with it. So I'll shut up again.
About spirituality,
so excited,
as separate from science, when authentically they are connected. And Tesla knew this years ago. So
we all know, just because you can't see something, it doesn't mean it's not there. We don't see energy. Well, some of us see energy around us, but waves, and you say, oh yeah, but it's there. Of course it's there, but it's that thing with people need to be like, well, if I can't hold it, touch it, it's not there. It doesn't mean it's not there. You can sense it. We have a lot of senses. You can sense. This is what he talks about as well. Quite a few of us know this. We are finding out amazing things. It's great to be alive. It is Tracy. See, this is where people get mixed up. I try to talk to, they don't understand where I'm coming from, because I will talk about the dark, as in that's been going on, as in, let's say 3D, that stuff. I'm not even going to mention it tonight. I don't need to. That stuff that some so-called light workers won't look at, or whatever you want to call yourself. Well, I say to people, yeah, we've got to be aware. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but there are beautiful things coming. Then they say, well, why do you have to look at it? Because you have to face it to bring these beautiful things in as well. And you have to be shaken up. To have a change in the world has to be shaken up. And that's what's happening, because the world got lazy and happy with what they've got. We've got more amazing things than we think we've got. You think you're happy with stuff now. They're not ready for the awakening, though it is coming. I know this sounds a bit mad, whether they like it or not. There is things coming that is going to shake them out of the beds, the last ones. And this is why I say it's very important. That's why I said about Mondays doing the whole Trinity thing, as I call it, mind, body and spirit healing, of all those three being together, because they need to be all working on all cylinders so we can heal together. We're healing. It's going to be a healing process when people find out. We're all going through it. People went through it before us. People are just getting onto it. But it's that whole thing of those two worlds need to merge together. There's too many people who are fact in the analytical mind, and they will not open the mind up to things beyond the veil, and the veil is very thin right now, and it's both together. They work amazingly, beautiful, wonderful, you could call them miracles, lots of things, but the people who think too much and who are too in that space, and they're only in their sort of scientific, sort of physical, analytical, I don't even know what the name is for that, 3D way of thinking, and will not expand their consciousness, find this a bit difficult. Also, we're a bit like I've been called airy fairy, just I don't find it difficult, even though it's not all about the airy fairy, obviously, but some people do need facts and figures and proof, where I'm just I feel it, I can feel it, sense it. Some people are not like that, but it's those two merging together. It doesn't mean because someone said over here, well, I've had an experience with this, because I felt it and I saw these energies, and that person's like, well, I haven't, where's the proof? What? Because that's what everybody's like, where's the proof? But I felt it and I saw it, and I haven't got the proof to show you. I couldn't get a picture of it, even though I do get pictures of my orbs and I do film them and I have shown you. But do you know what I mean? Do you get what I'm sort of saying? I never think I'm putting stuff across properly, but I know what I'm saying. It's those two worlds merging. Brilliant, beautiful, and they just don't get it. And they always go off on a tangent of thinking you mean something else, yeah, but they don't listen with a sort of sense of listening. So can't wait till they get stood down. Yeah, Thanks, Dolly. You answered my question like a real spiritualist. Love you a little bit more, smiling. Oh, thank you, Jason. I don't even know what I said. Because I've had people gaslighting, and I've had people saying I'm not spiritual. And on Monday, I am doing a chat about what is spiritual. What is a spiritual person? What does a spiritual person look like, smell like, sound like, sort of thing? Having a bit of a laugh with that there. Meaning, it's not what somebody looks like, or the hair they have, and so on and so forth. It's the core essence inside of their energy, their frequency. Hi, Effie. Hi. Same frequency as the celestial bodies. Yes, celestial bodies. So I'm going to carry on playing this guy, but I hope you sort of got what I was saying, because I got what I was saying, and that's all that matters. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, and I can tell some people do, because I get people on my channel who come in chat and they know exactly what I'm talking about, because it's a frequency. So I'll carry on.
On my journey, I came across a documentary on Nikola Tesla, The Secrets of Vibration and Frequency. And at this point on my journey, this was about 5 years ago, I had a little bit of fatigue. So I was always tired all the time, and I didn't understand why I was tired. So I listened to the documentary, because I always had the science mind, and I learned about the 5 to 8 hertz frequency.
And that's the thing, there's a lot of people with the science mind. He's got a science mind, that's good. And there's a lot of people with the mystic mind, Think of the film, as I've always said, The Dark Crystal. You got the skeptics, and the mystics. In the end, they had to come together and merge, didn't they? Because they separated, but they came back together, and then they turned into a big light. They turned into light beings. Just saying, that's the easiest way of looking at it.
Oracle tone. So, and one of the things I talk about on my channel is...
He says it in here. I just found him this morning, and it's not a coincidence, it's synchronicities. So glad you said that, Dolly. My core essence I hold to be so important. Exactly, it's your core essence, it's your intentions. I've said this before. It doesn't matter. I've said this before a million times. If I come on here and get a bit angry, or I swear now and again, when I'm on that energy of like, whoa, it's my core essence of the whole thing I'm trying to put across, like many of us are out there. We're going through a shift. We're going through a change, and people are getting confused, and people are getting upset, and people don't know. And the people who are, as we'd say, asleep, it's not their fault, they're awakening, are in fear because they don't understand it, because we're not taught about it. That's why I said we don't all know everything. We're just relearning what we should have known anyway. But we got programmed differently, and we forgot. And that's why everyone's fearing now in what's going on in 3D now. It's all connected to the same thing, in the physical, in the 3D. We talk about going to 5D consciousness. There's more than 5D, but we are going to a higher state of consciousness because it's shifting. The earth is shifting with the Schumann Resonance. That's what he talks about on his channel. Most of us know about the Schumann Resonance, or you've come across it, or you may have heard someone talk about the Schumann Resonance, even if you're not knowing what it is. This is why we're all scouting about, looking at stuff, and then you come to your own conclusions. But we all know we are going to a higher state of consciousness. And, one of the reasons I come on here and talk about whatever it is I talk about, not saying I'm right at everything, is I just want people to know they're not on their own. They're not on their own. Going through this time now is so important, because people are getting depressed. People are worried, people are confused. So if, the people who stay on mainstream media will stay confused. I mean, they're starting to see things, but they're feeding themselves that frequency. If they only got on YouTube, people think YouTube's a bad thing. It was made for thingy, but it's not, because we're all connecting, like we're all in chat now, having a brew, sitting down like mates. That's what it always feels like to me in the front room. Knowing that we're all connecting together, and knowing there's something going on. And then we're not doing it on our own, and we're bringing each other up in a higher frequency, because we're not we're not sitting constant watching the news and all that stuff that's going on. Being aware, yes, not constantly sat in it. I'd be lost without my YouTube community. Thank you, Tracy. And I think that because it's not just I love the people that come on here. When I go and find my vibe tribe as well, when things just pop up now, and I think, oh yes, that's a beautiful way of looking at it. It's the same but articulated different, and it's great because if you think about it, if we were all sat in this now, what's going on with the you-know-what right now, and you couldn't connect, which is what they'd love, because that's what they're trying to do with the whole mass wearing thing. Imagine if you couldn't connect now, you wouldn't be sure what was going on, because you'd be thinking, oh, other people, but we're seeing it happen, and we're connecting. I enjoy listening to you. Thank you, Laurie. So, I see that, and I know around the world, people are connecting everywhere, and it's just that connection of all talking, all shining our light, all getting that frequency with, we know these things are coming in. So I'll carry on.
Applying things.
If you've just come in, we're listening to a podcast with a guy called Michael on it, who has a channel called I'll say it at the end. I've just said it and I can't remember. Effie might be able to put it in chat, or somebody. I can't remember what it was. The Hopi Prophecy. So we're just listening about him, how he's a science teacher and he got into Tesla, and that's where we're up to at the minute. But everyone knows I love the Tesla.
Life, and not just learning about it and shoving it on the side. So I started sleeping a 5 to 8 hertz frequency at night.
Right, he's saying, our everyday life. Thank you, Von Craig. He's saying, like I was saying yesterday to somebody in chat, so this just came up today after we were saying it, and a lot of people have said it. You've got to do the work yourself. You can't just sit there watching stuff. You've got to do the work yourself. It's all right watching stuff, because I do that as well, but you've got to do the work yourself. He went doing the work himself. He loved Nikola Tesla, was very passionate about Nikola Tesla, started listening to 528 hertz before he went to sleep, and then he goes on from what he's saying there. I'll just do another ding down there if anyone hasn't heard it. So he's just got up to that bit.
And naturally, my energy levels just increased and I wasn't tired all the time. So sometimes on our journey, we need to have first-hand experience of something.
We need to have first-hand experience of something. Now, to any of the new people, I'll show you something if I can find it. If I can find it. Now, some of you know, well, most of you know that I do paintings. The one that'll be going up on Instagram this weekend to be sold is this one of a angel sort of thing going on there. It's mixed media, but last year I did this. It's not finished really, but people in chat who've been on, been on my channel, been with me a while, know about this picture. Now, it's not finished in particular. I don't know what I was doing when I painted it, but I just painted it. And because I'm always painting women's faces, and I do believe that's like the feminine divine, that's what I've been painting, drawing. Just because I enjoy doing it. And it was this picture. Now, people don't know, I just painted this picture, didn't really know what I was doing, and then I think it was last year, I'm not sure, say it was last June or something, I don't know. I just put it on the side. 2 months after, I started seeing orbs and filming them, and they started coming in. It could be my guide, I don't know. Some people thought it was like me, I don't know. Well, could be my higher self. These, because I thought it was like snow, and then I started seeing orbs 2 months after. And if you haven't checked my channel out, I do film orbs when I feel to film. I get more in my bedroom. The energy's higher there. And I've had different colours, and I've had a rainbow one, and I've had one with wings, and they're all there on my channel if you can find them. I had a lilac one in again last night, a spark, if you saw it. I've had gold, silver, blue, all sorts. And And people will come in and they'll go, because he was just talking about your own experiences. Oh, it's just dust. It's like, right, yeah, okay. So they come in when I sing to them. They come in when I make sound, because sound, you know, sound is a frequency. They sort of communicate by flashing if I ask them to. Sounds mad to some people, but that's my own experience. People want to believe it's dust, that's up to them. Also, people will say, yeah, but it's because you're taking a picture, you're filming it on your phone with the light on, with a flashlight on, sort of thing, because it's light activated, photonic light, and it's like, yes, but I actually do see them out the corner of my eyes, and I do see them sometimes. They are small, but I do see them. You know, I began to start picking them up with my own eyes in certain lights, but the thing is, this is what I'm talking about, science and technology and spirit world coming together. We can use technology to see the things that we don't know are there. We'll probably have goggles in the end for the people that can't see properly, that you'll put them on, and it'll be like, well, a bit like And They Live, but in a different sense, not that sense, as in you can see the spirit world around you, because it's around us all the time, it's around us now. And you do know, a lot of you that have come on here before, as Effie and a few more people will know, when I've had a certain lighting in here, which I haven't got at the minute, it was a bit like a ring light, but it wasn't a ring light, and I used to have it over there. I used to sit here, I don't think it'll do it now in this light, and they used to come in, and the amount of times they came in live and under a certain lighting was amazing. And I know people in chat will vouch for that when they used to come in and go, oh my god, around us all the time. And I used to say certain names and they used to come in. So me, myself and I have that experience. I don't care what anyone else says, because I've had that experience. I don't always film for you guys. I do it on my own, and I speak and they flash, and I'm having this like portals opening or something. I don't precisely know, but it's a nice feeling. It's not evil, it's energies, and they've been so strong lately, and especially the day of the moon, the night of that moon. Wow, they were amazing. But I couldn't film because all of a sudden my camera went off and I was gutted. But yeah, greetings from Camelot. Hello everyone. Where we go when we go, oh whoop, Trump 2020. Yep, a bit of a topic. Yeah, so yep, it's awesome watching them on Dolly's chat live. And there's loads of people who do the orb videos, like Memory Bubble and High Sleeping Warrior, and who's the other one in Australia? Oh, who's the other one? I've seen them behind you. Yeah, you may see them in this light, but I tend to get it in the other light. When I get a little mini, I think I get a mini one for the computer, a little mini circle light thing. It might happen again when I switch the lights down. I don't know if I went and sat in the dark now if it'd do it. I might try it in a minute. Hi Ron. What was the other channel called? Orb Whisperer. Orb Whisperer is a really good channel. Let me check and see if... Hang on a minute. Oh, knocking everything over. I'm not sure with this lighting, but we'll just sit in the dark for a bit and see. But I haven't really got a good light coming from anywhere, but you never know. You never know. I'll try it with my dinghy thing before I start playing again, but I don't think this light's strong enough. But for those who have been watching when it's happened, you already know, so I don't need to prove it to myself because I already experienced it. And that's the thing with the experience thing. Like I said, we have science and we have pseudoscience, so, you know, yeah, I'm going to have to get a new light. Next month I'll have to treat myself to a new light. But you never know, you never know. I'll just leave it off for now, like some ghost story or something. So, anyway, I'll crack on with the listening to the video. So that's what he's saying about experience. So let me just get it back on again. And I'm getting that song coming in again. Bring me a higher love, oh yeah. Bring me a higher love, oh. Right.
Expands our consciousness for it.
Take it back a little bit.
And I wasn't tired all the time. So sometimes on our journey...
Sorry, it was just saying that he was playing the 5... Try it out, guys. This is what I say by doing the work. See what works for you. By playing 528 hertz at night when he was going to sleep, he had more energy in the morning. It's all about energy. It's all about the electrical unit. It's all about bringing that energy in. Free energy, people. Nikola Tesla 369. So...
We need to have first-hand experience of something. And then it expands our consciousness, or it opens our mind to other possibilities. So that's kind of like how it all started. So I saw tangible evidence, and I've always had the...
People have told me that my video's playing up. I'm just carrying on because there's a load of energies going about and they're very strong, and they do mess with your electrical devices, people, especially when you're talking about the truth. So that's all I'm saying. I'm going to carry on.
Desire to learn more.
I'll probably repeat a little bit of these things on Monday anyway with the Infinity Healing, as I like to call it, as we called it Mindset Monday. So.
And Tesla and the work that he left by watching documentaries on Tesla, that's what kind of like started this. And then other people sharing about ascension symptoms and seeing the things that I was experiencing, and they were sharing like the same experiences, and I kind of connected everything together. So that's kind of like how this started.
Cool. So a science teacher, spiritual.
But authentic.
A science teacher turns a spiritual teacher, authentically though.
They are the same. So,
the same.
You know, there's a suppression.
Science is just trying to pick up what the mystics knew, but they try to hide stuff. So there's that pseudo-science thing talking where they don't tell us everything. You know, they don't want to, you know, like you go to school and they learn you how to do things with Bunsen burners and things like this, but they don't teach you everything. They don't teach you about you, really, and what we're supposed to know. They just teach you little bits of things like, oh, do this and do that, and it turns into that alchemy, baby. Yeah.
Authentic truth. And Tesla's work was suppressed. Look at textbooks. You never see Nikola Tesla in any textbook. And he wanted to give the world...
I'll go and check myself. Hang on. Hi, Dolly. Hi, Critical Inc. Someone's just saying, yeah, YouTube keeps cutting me off. Well, surprise, surprise. Let me go and have a look. I'm just going to carry on. Oh, yeah, no notifications. Surprise, surprise. Let me see. Oh, yeah, no notifications. Surprise, surprise. I'm still here. I'm just going to carry on. You know, energies and that, they can get stuffed, the negative ones. We're just going to carry on regardless. Let's sing a song to them.
He wanted to...
Bring me a higher love. Oh. Just did it again. Yeah, I'm just going to carry on. Oh, I must be putting some... I'll just carry on.
Give the world free energy.
Nikola Tesla. Just come on and talk about Nikola Tesla, free energy and healing.
And say the controllers of the narrative.
Can't help it.
They didn't want this information out there. So it is all together, spirituality and science, but it's kind of connecting the whole truth. So we're put in a box of limiting beliefs. So we feel like we could only, whatever's inside this box that's given to us, and this is what science is. But when we put science, spirituality together, physical, mental, emotional together, then you have the whole picture. So it's really authentically about putting the whole picture together.
And would you say that was your uncle? That was your spiritual awakening? That was your like epiphany moment?
Sorry if people are getting bad sound and I keep cutting off. Some people aren't, so I'm just going to carry on. It's YouTube. We know how this plays. We know how the energy plays. We know what's going on. We know we're in a war of information. So it's like, carry on regardless. You're going to have to deal with it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, ever since I was a child, I always felt like something more.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. And when you read, or if you watch these documentaries on signs that you are a light worker, a common feeling is that you're a superhero. And I've always had that since I was a child. So I always had something there. But I do have a very scientific mind, so I need to have that evidence. I'm not a person to just, throw it to the wind and just.
So you're saying he's a very scientific person. A lot of people are like that, especially a lot of men. You know, they have to have the facts and the figures. They're not just like, oh, you, like what I was just saying before about feeling it. You know, they have to, and that's not a bad thing. I'm with someone a little bit like that, but you know,
this is truth without actually seeing something firsthand experience. I understand people that are starting their awakening or haven't yet, because I, like them, I want to have that firsthand experience. And I always say,
yeah, natural science is observant. I can't even say it. Observational. Yes.
That firsthand experience changes everything. So that's, I feel, important to helping people on their journeys, having that firsthand experience. I've had a few.
Fantastic. And what made you start the channel?
So from that, I've seen other people share, and on my journey, I've always enjoyed mentoring, and I've had people, whether they were younger, my age, or older, say to me that I should be teaching adults, and I've had this many times. I've seen other people share on YouTube, other ways, and I felt that I could do something that's different. And it's about being authentic.
Yeah.
And there's so much to really teach and talk about, because we're actually unlearning and relearning almost everything about what we've learned. So a lot of people say that.
Exactly. We're unlearning and relearning everything we've learned, because we've not learnt the truth. They haven't given us the whole truth and nothing but the truth. They've kept some of it away. It's not that they don't give us some of it. It's not that they hide absolutely everything, but there's enough.
Everything that we were taught is a lie. I'm big on the law of 80-20, so I would say about 80% is a lie. Yeah. So, I mean, there are some truths always, 80-20, but there's a lot of unlearning and relearning. And I've always had a passion learning this new information. And it's just in your...
Yes, Nikola Tesla's tech is supernatural science. Supernatural. People get scared because the movies always put out supernatural is something scary. Supernatural is what we are. We're super, and it's natural. The word is in front of your face. It's not scary if it's natural. It's supernatural, like Dr. Joe Dispenza and the healing, and you are the placebo and the supernatural. I've got one of the books on the supernatural healing. People go, oh, it's supernatural, oh my god, it must be like really scary, and like, no, it's natural. The word's in there. Supernatural. We are supernatural, but we've been hidden, we've been lied to, because they don't want us to know how super we are. Never mind the superheroes in the films, we all have them superpowers. Telekinesis, telepathy, and all the ones with the, you know, all that. But we're gonna have to unlearn everything to relearn everything. And how exciting is that? We've all got some great stuff to relearn and get into and find our true powers, and I think that's absolutely bloody amazing. If that's not exciting, apart from all the cack that's going on, that when we go forward and heal, all the things that we're going to be learning and all the things we're going to be doing and the things that we'll we might have different areas of being better at a couple of things more than others, whichever you choose to be. It'd be like, wow.
Innate.
Personally.
So that's just in your core. So on your journey, like, feel something and you feel comfortable doing something, it doesn't feel like work.
Yes, Laurie. Learning, loving, caring, sharing and knowing. Tomorrow will be another wonderful day. Exactly. Turn the frequency up.
It feels like that's what you want to do. And
yeah, glitching,
you
yeah.
think about it and you wake up thinking about it, and that's what the global reset is right now. So a lot of people, because of the matrix and subconscious programs, they were placed into a career or a lifestyle that maybe authentically they didn't want. And now they have this opportunity during the global reset to...
Hi, nobody but me, but it's not just you. I can't stay long because I've got to do something. Just dropped to say hi, everybody. Stay strong. Yes, thank you for coming in and putting a little message in. See you again soon. And it's not just you, remember. This is what the whole thing's about. Sharing is caring. So we all know we're in this together, and we're not doing it on our own.
And be the person that they were supposed to be. Because a lot of control...
Just take that back a little bit.
Programs, they were placed into a career or a lifestyle that maybe authentically they didn't want.
Yep.
And now they have this opportunity during the global reset to do and be the person that they were supposed to be. Because a lot of control, what a lot of people don't realize, subconscious programs. I listen to the work of Dr. Bruce Lipton. And 95% of everyday life dictated by subconscious programs. We're actually not even aware of them. And
Hi,
the
Karen.
science behind it. From birth to about 7 or 8, we're downloading by design subconscious programs. And yes, and this is by nature. It's done. It's actually done for good. People have hijacked this program full of subconscious programs.
Yep.
So it's very hard to break subconscious programs. That's why it requires so much energy to go through the process.
And for those of you listening, I love to talk about Dharma and I love to talk about purpose, and hopefully you hear in Michael's
yeah, sorry, the feed keeps going on and off. It's probably AR, I don't know, the energies or whatever. We know this happens on YouTube, but I'm just going along with it. So I'm just carrying on regardless. Whoop whoop. They can't stop what's coming. Boom. And listen to this guy, the little things that he keeps saying. Can you guess? Can you guess what he knows?
Nothing's random in our lives. Like, what interesting science teacher ticked a lot of his boxes, helping others. Science was, and what I'm hearing from him, which is
yes, Lewis, supernatural healing and phenomenon originate from a place that most have little or no concept of. However, it is a real or even more so real than our very existence. Exactly. Thank you. Boom.
Followed what we're passionate about, which is that led journey, and other people generally spot as well what we're good at and reflect it back to us. So what I think is beautiful about your sharing, Michael, is your Dharma. You listen to that internal message, which I can teach people through my YouTube channel, and you did something about it. So if you're listening to this, guys, there's your marker. Is if you've got an idea, do it. How long have you been?
Well, that synchronicity today marks 2 years. So
Yes.
I feel this is divine timing because, we spoke about my first video, and my first video, I was extremely nervous.
Ooh,
Now I go
got a
out
tickle
there
on my face then.
It's like second nature.
And I think I just
So
did see an
again,
orb
today,
actually myself.
I kind of feel that nervousness again. But like I said, we're doing something new. I'm not used to doing this. So again, that's your neuroplasticity. So yeah, so I do feel it's interesting that we're doing this today on the 2 years
on
from
your anniversary.
the yeah. So
Well,
there are no such things as coincidences. So
Absolutely, and we're all being called to that next level.
Yeah.
Wherever
Yeah.
you are at in your journey, we're stretched and asked to go to that next level. And one of the things I really wanted to discuss was, I know you've got 144,000.
Now he's going to talk about the 144,000 in a different way, and he's going to talk about the Hopi Prophecies. This is what I proper resonate with, so please listen to this. And if you don't know what the Hopi Prophecy is, please go and research on it, but just listen to this. Beautiful. It's us. People go on about, people comment on my channel, oh, you like Trump, you think he's a saviour. I never said he was a saviour. A lot of people don't say he's a saviour. He's just someone helping, guiding light. We are the saviours of ourselves, even in the Hopi Prophecies. So
Listen at me.
So a lot of these ancient texts, they share stories, and they're all very similar. It just might be worded in a different way, almost like synonyms, same meaning. 144,000
Cinnamons.
is also similar
Yeah,
to the
we are
Hopi
one.
Prophecy, which is the legend.
And that's why the saying, the slogan, our war cry, where we go one, we go all. We are one. Where we go one, we go all.
Rainbow Warriors.
Right, just put that back a little bit.
It says that at the end times, also similar to the Hopi Prophecy, which is the legend of the Rainbow Warriors. And it says that at the end times, or whatever we're living in right now, a group of people from different colors, classes, and creeds will come together to save the world.
We, the people.
And free will is the law of the universe.
The law of one.
This must be carried out by everyday life people. And a lot of times, I spoke about this once, you need to pick the ball up and run with it. So, like I don't know if you watch football or, sports, but if the ball's on the ground and everyone's just looking at the ball, nothing happens. Someone has to decide to pick the ball up. So the information was left for us in the past, but
the law of one is free will. You have free will, so
who's past, and it's even a concept that's hard for me to digest. But the future and the past, there is a connection, and people are able to access
what it says.
The future. Maybe I have glimpses of that. Some people are much better than me.
Listen.
But that's how ancient prophecy was written, and there are no such things as coincidences, only synchronicities. Look around.
Who says there's no such things as coincidences? And listen what else he says.
In the world right now, we can see what's happening. We know that we're in this time now. But I also follow the work of Dolores Cannon. Dolores Cannon,
if you don't know Dolores Cannon, on YouTube, she's not here on Earth right now, but Dolores Cannon is brilliant, the Law of One. I have followed some of her stuff and she is great. But listen to what else he says.
Spoke about the waves of volunteers. Are you familiar with Dolores Cannon?
I've talked about the waves of volunteers. I think I talked about that a few weeks ago, of how there's different waves of volunteers that came in at certain, like I said, some people, the ones that kept out of the mainstream or whatever, or on air, and they were doing all the meditations. There was to me, there's been different waves, and there's some of us that stand up and say something. I've always thought that anyway, but what he says.
Okay. Whether it was ancient prophecy. I know, that's why we're here together. But
and it's been building.
Yeah, so these people, whether they were ancient, many years ago, or recent times, she's no longer with us, but people are able to access and get this energy work. So sometimes you might see people posting about their dreams, so on and so forth. So this prophecy is about us. And
right now,
it doesn't matter your age, race, gender, all the same, and we all have the same vibrational frequency. Tesla's
same vibrational frequency. I'm about to do a QHHT level 1. Oh, where are you doing that for? Where are you from? Where you do? I'd love to do that, because I've had that done on me, and it's on Unbiased on the Fences channel, and it was amazing.
Spoke about this, right? So we're not what we are, right? So you might see, what I look like, and what someone else looks like. We might look totally different, but we're all the same frequency.
Core frequency.
And people that haven't awakened don't understand that.
Nope.
So, like when I was a child, I remember Martin Luther King, and he said that we judge.
Yeah, and what Martin Luther King said was brilliant. Do you know what I mean?
By the content of their character. That also is connected to Tesla.
Just people by the content of their character, not what they look like.
Core vibrational frequency. It's
core,
not about what
how brilliant is that?
On the
Core,
outside.
like I said, the tree, core vibrational frequency, not on the outside. Your core vibrational frequency.
If you look around, you could see people that are on this frequency, and you open up even more, and you come to terms that you've lived before and you've had many lives. And Dolores Cannon said that we are the wave of volunteers, so we reincarnated at this time on the planet to help save the world.
Thanks.
But we already know how the story ends. The shift, the 5D Earth. People see two
Which is this Earth, it's just a higher state of consciousness.
different timelines playing out right now. And if a person subconscious programs and what you perceive becomes your reality. So people that are plugged into mainstream media.
This is what we're saying. Your reality is what you perceive. The people who are constantly watching mainstream media, they sit there in front of the TV day in, day out, and they're watching mainstream, lamestream, lying media. That's what they perceive. They think they're all in doom and gloom with the virus, with this, that, and the other. That's constantly what they perpetuate all the time, if that's the right word, all the time, because they're in fear, because that's what they perceive, because that's what they're being told. So because they go along with it and they believe it, that's their reality. Us, on the other hand, who know about that, we're aware of it, but we don't lock into it, tune ourselves into it much. We're just going there to see what's going on in the world, and like, oh yeah, not tuning into that channel, that programming, that's what they do, the brainwashing. Know that isn't it. That isn't the real reality. It's a real reality for them, and that's that choice for them. They're not wanting to look anywhere else. They don't know, but there is things coming out that are hitting the news, and people are starting to scratch their heads.
They feel the world is ending. People that have awakened.
They feel the world is ending. We know it's just beginning.
No, this is the beginning of the age of Aquarius, abundance for everyone. So the empath in me.
But he does go into the whole thing of like, because we're empathic and that the whole thing of trying to wake everyone up. We soon realise that you can't. They will wake up in their own way. You're just there to plant the seeds, and they will begin to see that. Then they go on their journey because they have got to do the work themselves. But we're only here to shine a light.
Feels pain that people are going through that haven't awakened. But as I tell people, because a lot of people write to me and they're like, how do I wake people up? Yeah. That's something I do, and yes, I authentically tell them that it's not their responsibility, that one must awaken on their own because it's free will. And one of the things I say
Philadelphia Bear.
A lot of my messages is that the truth cannot be told. It can only be realized. And
listen to what he's saying. The truth cannot be told. It's got to be realised. Who said? The truth, we cannot tell the people. We have got to show them. When he was saying certain things, I thought, oh, I think he's into my favourite letter. And I went through his channel, and I found he was. Boom shalaka. And I'm going to play it after this, because it's a good one. I thought, I can, you're coding, you're talking in code. I know exactly what code you're talking about.
Must realize the truth. You cannot tell them. They have to use critical thinking, and they have to come to terms.
They have to see
that a lot of what we've been taught in the past is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're the teachers of the 5D Earth.
Yeah, beautiful. And it you know, it is difficult. It does completely and bust. Oh.
I don't know if you've noticed, but most people I love to share on here, they never said anything before, and all of a sudden they were on to Q, and people don't like it, and I'm like, I resonated with the right people.
Yeah.
Actually, unlearn that everything we've been told is rich.
It's not a coincidence.
Advice for our listeners around how they've woken up. Family is
not our job. It's not their job to wake them up. When someone came in yesterday, can't remember his name, it's like, what, wake up, they're not doing this. It's not our job. We're just being a light. But hey, it's coming.
Well,
thank
first
you, Danny.
You have to be the light, and you just live your life, and others naturally will see your light, and they'll say, oh, I want to be like that. Like, some people see me.
See, some people think because I come on here and I get this in the real 3D world, if you want to say that, or the fake world. Oh yeah, but when you go on YouTube, you know, you're not living your life. It's like, I'm living my life. I'm quite happy. I'm not here on here 24/7. But I come on here because, one, I enjoy it. I enjoy everybody in chat, and I feel that I have to talk what I talk and do what I do, because I truly believe it's helping people to just look at other stuff and question everything and critically think. And if it helps one person, that's enough, because one person helps another person and it's a domino effect. So some people don't understand that. I'm not saying my life's perfect and I haven't got things that I've got to work on, because yes, I have, just like everybody else. But I come because I just know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Just expressing.
No fear going about, because I know what's going to happen.
I know, but
some
about
people
me.
will naturally see you and awaken. But we have to remember that it's free will. So you can't like force someone.
Free will, you can't force anyone to wake up. They will wake up, but the seeds you plant do grow. So just know that when you're getting frustrated. No, the stream's going in and out. I'm just carrying on. So
To awaken.
ooh,
I speak
lovely.
about isolation a lot. It's something that I've gone through.
I've been through it.
In the last few years, I've been
A lot of us have.
pretty lonely. And a lot of people that know about the ascension process, they know that this is something that happened.
I was isolated for about 5 years. So I don't mean totally cut off to anything. I just mean I just couldn't be doing with people's energy, and I just preferred just not being around stuff. Even friends, even good friends, not because of them, just because I didn't understand what I was talking about or what I was doing. So, you know, this, that and the other. So that's different now, but, you know, that's the sort of thing. Oh my God, Dolly, helping others is living your best life. Very appreciate of your live streams. Thank you, Effie. Yeah, because some people just don't understand why you're doing it, when you're doing it, and like what you're doing it for, because they get confused with the whole thing of like, yeah, I can't really explain it, but I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you might just catch me live and it's in and out and glitching and all that, but I'm just carrying on. We know what's going on, you know, lots of truth coming out everywhere with all sorts of different things. The thing that Tap has just put in, I'll talk about at the end. I'm not talking about that yet.
Your frequency is changing and others are on a lower frequency, and you're ascending, so you're raising your vibration. So you kind of like your friends.
Yeah, exactly, Danny. Many of my friends right now talk about having the right to have children, and I am fighting for their rights. We're all fighting, you know, there's a lot of things, but one of the big things with all this boils down to the children, as we know. Yeah, exactly. Not even ego, even. Exactly.
Sometimes family,
They'll see.
push away. So now you're in isolation. You can only find yourself, you're alone, without extra.
You can only find yourself when you're alone in isolation, and this is why I said the whole lockdown thing has been a good thing for some people, even if you think it's not, because people are finding themselves. You need to be on your own. I was on my own for 5 years. Not really bothered about going out. Wasn't really bothered about doing anything. Not in a not even in a, not in a sad way, because people go, oh yeah, it's sad, like being. It's like, no, it was great actually. I thoroughly enjoyed it, like researching. That was when I was really on the research and this, that and the other, doing stuff that I wanted to do, looking at me, still doing that now. It's an ongoing process, but that's what people think till they realise when they start doing it. Most people, when you find yourself, you'll say you turned into a bit of a hermit for a bit, but you quite enjoyed it actually, because you've got to protect yourself from other people's energies. Right now, with all the energies going about, with people not knowing, and it's all this frustration stuff in the 3D and the mask wearing and blah blah blah, people don't know. Sometimes when you feel funny, it's because you're picking up on that energy. It's not you're picking up on that. That's why, you know, when I go out now, it's mainly to the food shop. That I'm not really bothered. I'd rather get out in nature. You know, got my kids when they're here doing what they're doing. We've been following stuff like that and being in the garden and picking up on that instead. But you know, we're all doing it. Contemplation of the past will catch up with the haters. Yes, it will. Yep. Future proves past.
Internal vibrations or things interrupting you to finding who you truthfully are. A lot of people are.
Yeah, and he talks about vibrations disrupting. That's why you get trolls in sometimes. You can get people coming in the chat and trying to disturb what you're saying, because they're trying to put you off, trying to disturb your flow. Happened in my channel a lot. Happened a few weeks ago with people trying to. He explains it really well. Hi, Mary.
are, because they just follow the mainstream programs.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say the isolation, and I've done a few videos this year about it. I've done it, in the past because I naturally went through it, but people are kind of forced into the isolation right now because of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Talked
time
about
to
this the other day.
maximize, right? So you got to go with the flow. This is what's given to us. You have to go with the flow, and you're spending the isolation. I mean, I've come across many people, right, when I see them at the beach or wherever, and they've spent this time consuming, things like YouTube and consuming all this information, and they have all these questions now. When this all started,
and as I'm just listening to that, the cards just flipped over. So we've had this before. Lady Nada, heart awakening. Well, it is a heart awakening. And it says, awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. It's all about balance. And then the next one is, it's a rose as well, highest frequency. This is Paul the Veneton or something, can't even read that. Experiencing grace, share your gifts with grace, waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. And then the last one is, I think it's Radha, is it Radha? Soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself. You do all this when you go with him. Experience relationship harmony and healing. It's all about harmony, it's all about balance, and it's all about the healing we're going through. Oh yes.
I've been talking about this for a while, and it's just like a switch, and people were coming over to me asking me all these questions, as I'm walking by, what's happening, so, and that's the whole thing of having firsthand experience. You could talk about something, but people won't actually, they have to see it. So
like you said, the people are not going to be shown, they're going to be
time in isolation,
not going to be told, they're going to be shown. Hi Ricardo.
Maximize it, and I talk about clairsentient and feeling the energy.
Feeling the energy.
During the end times, they said it will be hard to tell what's right and wrong and good and bad and so on and so forth, because there's a lot of disinformation out there. Yep. So you have to feel. That's why, people are able to feel vibrations.
That's why I say when I'm talking about certain things to Trump and certain things, people go, even people that I know go, oh, you don't know. And looking at it, I said, I don't need to. I can feel it. It's a difference. It's a feeling. It's a feeling, a knowing, a feeling. You can feel it. I'm just putting my hair up, still damp actually. Oh, it's getting a bit hot.
And you have to be the writer of your reality. So whatever resonates with you, you'll find out the truth as you consume information. If it doesn't resonate with you, then that's not part of your journey. And it's important to be able to do that, because there is so much disinformation right now. But that's how you'll find.
There's lots of disinformation right now because it's an information. It's a war of info. Like they're trying to suppress so much of information. We know what's going on. We've seen it censoring and everything. They don't want you. And you have got to sift through the bullshit, basically. You have got to sift through quite a lot. But it is a war on the minds. It's a war of information. It's not the same war as years back with bombs and guns and stuff like that, even though there's things going on as we've just seen in certain places. But it's a war on our minds, and it's a war of the information that they're not giving us, that they're trying to hide from us. And we know that's clearly going on in the mainstream media. You can see it.
Your authentic self, and that's where you'll be able to navigate this time period. Because it does honestly take a lot of energy, to do this. And Dolores Cannon spoke about this. She said the physical body will fail. Picture you might be learning all this.
I can see energy over
times,
here,
right? And now we're learning that physical and mental health are connected, right? The physical and the energetic body are connected. And if you just watch mainstream media, your whole.
I said they've tried to suppress it. The physical body and the spiritual body are connected. I've said that and said it before. Lots of us are saying that we're not apart. We're not a separate thing. But if you're watching mainstream media and all that, that's what you'll end up believing. The lockdown has made everyone stop, slow down, look at themselves and family before work. Yeah, exactly. And a reset to exactly, Marion, that's what I've been saying. People think the lockdown's a bad thing. It's like not. It's made you realise what's really important, which isn't the materialistic stuff. It's like what's really important. Keep dinging this. 528 hertz.
Life, you never watched a YouTube documentary, you never had any truth, and then all of a sudden all this truth comes out at once. It physically drains the body. I remember, like every once in a while, like
quite a serious wake-up call to go from having done none of this work, or like you said, plugged into that with everything that's happened in the last 4 months.
Yeah. So it's it is actually important work what we're doing, because common people, I mean, they have the right to know this. And even if I actually spoke about this actually in my episode today, you're constantly downloading in the subconscious mind. So even if you're putting stuff out there, and even if people, they don't understand it now, or if they kind of push it away, you've already planted the seed in the subconscious mind. So when it does come out, it won't be such a big blow to them.
See, as I've said before, when the stuff does come out, because they've had seeds in the mind, it's not going to be a bigger blow to them like it was to us and some other people. And that's how it goes with Q. That's why Q does the thing the way they do it, which I'm going to play that one after this because it's only 10 minutes. This isn't that long now, and I'm going to play it and take you to his channel. And I knew he was into Q because he didn't say anything, and I only found him today, and he kept saying dark to light and future proves the past, and what was the other one? Everything's not a coincidence. And I thought that's very Q coded. And then I found his channel, went right down it, and he did one on Q, and I'm going to play it. And I was like, yes, that's an easier way for people to understand. The people who still go on, oh, Q's a psyop, oh, this, that, and the other. I don't understand it. I don't understand why they're not putting it out quick enough. It's like, how many times? But I know.
I think there's a couple of things I just want to recap because you said some really good stuff there. So again, if you're listening, it can be a lonely place because we wake up and our family isn't awake and we might feel quite isolated. Actually,
because what some people don't get is people in my world, I think they think sometimes I'm doing this for nothing, but they don't actually realise we're not going into World War III. Keep telling us we've been in it for ages. We've been in a silent war. If you've not read Behold a Pale Horse, we've been in a silent war. We're in war now. It's been a silent one. That's what they don't understand. It's like we're actually in it.
Out there now, you can.
No, they don't
connect. So the internet enables us to connect.
Yeah, and they're going about the internet connecting, which I said yesterday, because some people still think YouTube's bad and social media's bad. Yeah. We don't really like the people who are at the top of it, but at the end of the day, we're getting around it. Like they think they're trying to disconnect tonight, but it's the only way we can communicate. So people have got to start critically thinking.
That is actually
war declared September 2001, never got undeclared.
It's all about understanding and not facts. It's not science. It's not.
It's not facts. It's not science. Understanding, it's feeling. That's what some people don't get. They go, I could just feel it, and they're like, yeah, but where's the fact? Well, I could just feel it. Like with the moon the other night, the energies are changing. The energies feel very different again now, but brilliant, very strong.
Manipulated is how we can to our own authentic truth, and it's kind of like an initiative coming to 5D.
We only go down a prophecy, say like the New World Order. If we don't wake up and we all follow blindly, we'll go there if things don't change. But things are changing and people are waking up. So that timeline is not set in stone. And we're not on that timeline. We're on a totally different timeline. I don't think it has to be the whole world. It's just quite a lot of the majority. We're not on that. People still think we're on that. But they need to wake up and smell the coffee. You keep regurgitating that timeline and talking about wanting to stay on it. What do you want us to do? I'll go. We're not. Like I said, it's a train track. We've got a timeline here and a timeline there. We've pulled that lever and we've gone straight up there. We're not going along with that. It's fear-mongering. It's not divine. It's deceit. And it's fear. And if you're in fear, it's only fear or love. Which one are you going to pick?
Anything else that you could share with us from the Hopi Prophecy? Anything really interesting that you have discovered on your research around this time on the planet?
Tingly fingers.
DNA activation. So this is
Not
another
junk DNA.
Aspect of control by hiding truth from people. So we're always like programmed that DNA only gives us our traits, and the rest of DNA is junk. So you've heard of the term junk DNA, right? So actually, the junk DNA is not junk, and that's what they're hiding from us. Mm-hmm. And that's how you download, because we're able to download, and we're able to awaken, whether it's abilities or past life experiences. And that's what that junk DNA is all about. So, like, you need to be out in the sun.
Yep, right. Said that.
So, light is information.
Light's information. That's why they don't want you out in the sunshine while all this is going on. They do have weather manipulation weapons. Some people might think that's mad, but they do. Probably why they, and obviously they've been chemtrailing the skies, this, that, and the other. This is why fashion came into wear sunglasses, I believe, because you do get codes through your eyes, through the sunlight. I don't mean stare at the sunlight, but I don't wear sunglasses. I've never really liked wearing them. I've got them. I don't wear them now and again. Not one of these ones who constantly goes around wearing sunglasses, because I've just had this thing where I thought I just don't like wearing them. It must have been an inner knowing. I've also got a book on it somewhere. See if I can find it. See if I can. Light Medicine of the Future. And it says, I'll just read the back of you before we get back into it. Light Medicine of the Future challenges the modern myth that the sun is dangerous. It's not dangerous. It might be the creams you actually put on your bloody body. I don't mean sitting it and cooking it, obviously. The sun is dangerous to our well-being and claims that technology advancements such as most fluorescent lighting, sunglasses, tanning lotions and our indoor lifestyles may be more harmful than helpful. Integrating scientific research, clinical experience and his own insights, Dr. Jacob, I think it's Lieberman, has worked efficiently with more than 15,000 individuals from the learning disability and physical, emotionally traumatized to business exclusives and Olympic athletes. This book discusses the use of light in the treatment of various cancers, depression, stress, visual problems. As we know, when people say they get depressed, they feel better in sunlight. Everybody does. PMS, sexual dysfunction, learning disabilities and the human immune system. We need the light. We need the light. Everything needs the light. Everything needs the light. So carry on.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't want to be on the same screen as you because you're so
No. But light is information, and our DNA
light codes
emits photons, and that's been shown scientifically. So
again, our DNA emits photons. Well, orbs are a bit like photonic light, aren't they, and stuff like that. So
take spirituality. So like DNA activation is kind of like a spiritual term.
Yep.
But scientifically, they've shown that DNA emits photons. So we are light, and the DNA is able.
When you see the light orbs come in on some of my videos, you'll also see them come out of me as well.
To receive that light. And a lot of times we also think of quote unquote light as the visible light, but it's all part of the electromagnetic spectrum and the lights that we don't also see. But everything is affecting that, and there's also a term called epigenetics, and epigenetics dictates that you can rewrite or control your DNA. So there's ways like your physical DNA,
because we're
where you can turn
supernatural.
things on and off. Dr. Bruce Lipton speaks about this. But like it's the exterior things that might cause like maybe something to come out. So whether it's maybe not clean water or not clean spraying in the sky, you know, so on and so forth, there are exterior things that could affect it. And then naturally, if we're going on our journey, naturally we go around and we find.
And that is actually why Trump said ages ago we need crystal clean air and crystal clean water.
And maybe fruits and vegetables, and we eat certain things, and actually helps us with our DNA activation. So the DNA is a lot more than led to believe. And then, you know, there's also other things like I talk about, like the power of I am. And a lot of people don't realize, but magnetism bring things into your everyday life, and you should be focused on the things or the words that you speak into existence. So a lot of these things that might,
Law of attraction,
you know, have the stigma of, oh, that's spiritual, that's not real. The mocking was done on purpose. Mocking was done because of subconscious program.
and that's why the CIA made the word up conspiracy theory, the mocking of it all. Oh, it's silly, and all the spiritual things silly, all the stuff that we're talking about, the mocking of it. Oh yeah.
If they say, oh, that's only spiritual and that's not real, you will actually believe it's not real. But when you start to realize the truth, then you start to improve your life. And that's what the channel is about. It's about improving everyday life for all people. Because these are the things that I do.
And
you know,
spelling, isn't it? See, it's literally
you're,
a spell.
You're casting spells, and that's why in Hollywood they have a cast, and they cast spells. And on the Tell Lies to Your Vision, they have programs, not shows, because they're programming your mind. And I've said this many times, and I see it on my journey, especially now. Go on the beach, go hiking, go out with people, and everyone's all love, and everyone's hanging out, and I don't see one, because I rarely watch television. I tell them I kind of like pop in to check out what's going down in the third dimension, and I throw it on and then I get aggravated. There's other frequencies that are pumped through the television.
I can't actually watch it on. I can't be in a room.
I don't watch it.
Yeah, and I'm very grateful for YouTube, because it played such a role on my awakening journey, and that's why, like, you know, now I'm creating there, and it was an opportunity for people to share truth and have documentaries, like not just shoved down your throat. So like if something's not on TV, there's nothing to watch. So I'm not really one for the lower vibration reality shows and all the nonsense that goes on. I haven't been watching television for many years, and ever since I was a kid, I was always drawn to whenever they did have like these shows on about like science or, you know, the future and prophecies and all that stuff. So now on YouTube, you just go on and you click and you start learning, and it's just in a person's innate that they want to learn, and you just have that drive, you know.
Yeah, I know the stream keeps going down. I think it's, you know, energy's going about, people trying to censor people and what's going on. Energy. Simon Parks gets it a lot on his channels. It's that thing of frequencies and things trying to, you know, what do you call it? Get in there basically.
Yeah, and I think, you know, for people listening, you know, about how your words create reality. So true. Words are so powerful. Our realities. Or somebody at a pivotal point in their journey, maybe you're in direction because you're trying to listen on what it is and ahead and how, you know, that's my journey, Mike. I got what I wanted, and I told everybody I was going to do it, and this is what happened. That's what happens. And once you get the hang of it, it's really addictive, because it's like, oh, this shit works.
Yeah. So I mean, when you really start to see the
I love Lionel and the Americans. You mean Lionel Nation?
change in your life, and it just keeps opening up to more and more.
My frequency must be high today. Breaking all the
You know,
thingies.
it's really important to have, I feel, for people that haven't awakened yet or are still plugged into the matrix, whatever you want to call it, to have tangible evidence. And another thing that I share on the channel is the Schumann Resonance. So they measure the frequency of the planet. They've been doing this for many years, and the frequency of the planet, it's shown that it's constantly rising.
Yeah.
And when you have these bursts in the Schumann resonance,
Your energy goes funny as well. Other things go funny. You get the symptoms of it, and then that's why if you keep a check on the Schumann resonance, you might feel what's going on within your body as well, because everything's raising, everything's shifting.
there's a correlation where you physically can have ascension symptoms. So like that's what a lot of people, they
I'm
really
happy
like
today,
that. Like
yeah.
I'll talk about a Schumann resonance. Like
Since we had that moon again, and I just felt the energies were like really like, oh, I love it, like high.
burst or a blackout, and how I feel, and then when you see total strangers on different parts of the world reflecting that they're feeling the same.
It's funny, I don't mean it's funny, but that explosion that's just happened in Libya and wherever it is, I've not really looked at that properly. I don't know whether it was white hats, black hats, whatever. It's like things come in and then you get something to bring people down. Things come in and then you get something to bring some down. I'll talk about at the end though.
Thing. Or seeing when the Schumann resonance spikes, it's also correlated with earthquakes and volcanism. So like when you actually see this.
I am watching the Dharma Life podcast channel with a guy called Michael who has a channel called I can't remember what it's called. I'll show you at the end because I'm going to go to his channel in a bit.
Then you start to open up to more.
Thank you, Von Craig.
We are humans. I'm sorry.
Volcanism. Oh,
Volcanoes. Like volcanoes erupting. Yeah,
I had like vultures.
Yeah. But yeah, so you start to see this, and you know, it starts to build more confidence, and you keep expanding your mind to more possibilities. So that was another.
If any mods can find the Dharma Life podcast, and it's entitled The Hopi Prophecy and What to Expect for the Next 10 Years, you can find it.
Thing to help show people about this, show them that, you know, we as humans, we see in visible light spectrum is only a fraction of the electromagnetic spectrum. And just because we can't see it, because we're living in this vessel, and that's the way our eyes work.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes we don't see it, it doesn't exist, but there are other things there that do exist. And they're part of the electromagnetic spectrum, and they are part of our world, and they're part of our everyday lives. So it's really, to go full circle, it's kind of connecting what Tesla said years ago and other people, and just putting it into common terms that a common person can do. Because, you know, that was, I tried to be a pioneer and do something a little different, because a lot of people have maybe spiritual channels and they reach a spiritual crowd, but I'm trying, because I know that there's going to be a mass, like, you know, it's waves of awakening. There's going to be a mass awakening. And I set it so that a common person that's just awakening can understand.
There's a massive awakening. It's going to be every day. And this is why I said we're here, because there's going to be a lot of healing for people who don't understand. And what we're all coming to after that is healing.
A little bit of science.
Fantastic.
Yeah, feed the right wolf.
And where can people connect with you? And said you obviously our everyday.
Yes,
our everyday
lives. And
Effie's put it in chat. Thank you very much.
For everyone and for the common person. And, you know, I post videos on average about 5 to 6 days.
5 to 6 days a week he posts them. So I went over his channel today and just listened to a few while I was doing some stuff. I'm going to go over there now because I want to share something. So he was saying certain things and he's really good, and I was like, he sounds like he knows about the Q. So I went to his channel because I seem to resonate with all the people that know about Q and the spiritual as well. You know, thumbs up, because there's a lot of spiritual people out there who can't see what Q is, but I'm going to go over to his channel because he did a really good rundown on that, and it wasn't too long. So let's go over. because I'm all right at the minute. I'm thinking I'm doing all right for time. You know, I could come on for an hour. I'd never be on for an hour. I just go with the flow. It makes me laugh. You'd have to pay me to come on for an hour because I just can't do it. So let's go over to his channel. I sensed he was into Q. I was like, oh yeah, he's into Q. So just go over and see if you resonate. He talks very like strong, like I think. It's his accent as well. But here we go. It's called oh no, it's not that one. Is it that one? Yeah. QAnon. I saw QAnon. I thought, whoa, I knew it. Right from the start at this Q thing, I loved looking at all this. Thank you. So, Q. Here he is, doing the Q. Now, before he starts, I have said and said again, Q was something that came along that gave you breadcrumbs for you to pick up yourself and to research. I'm not talking to anyone chat, I'm talking about people who don't understand. Pick up the breadcrumbs and research yourself to figure the truth out yourself. Do it yourself. It was done in that way of free, universal law, the law of one. You had the choice to do it yourself. Some people are choosing not to look at nothing. They don't want to, but then they're regurgitating all the bull crap out there. That's what it was for. It was just a guidance, a help. It's not, something to save you. No, it was to give you your own choice to go and do it yourself. And people are giving too many excuses up these days. Oh, I haven't got time. Oh, you've had time. Yeah, I have had time, but that's bull crap as well. People are giving the excuse of I haven't. Yes, you have got time. You've got time to watch a TV program. You've got half an hour to have researched this stuff. Not that you have to do much of it now because we've been doing it for you. A lot of people have been doing it for you. But people make excuse. Oh, I haven't got time. Yeah, you have. You sit in front of the TV. You watch the news. You've got time. You have got time. So they're just choosing not to because that's the excuse to come up with. Anyway. Light warriors. Digital soldiers. And patriots.
It's good to see you all.
Oh, yes.
Today we're going to analyze QAnon.
Yes.
With the universal law
of one.
Of free will.
Exactly. Ooh.
Hello everyone, I am Michael and I help guide people on the evolutionary journey. Free will is the universal
See, I know for a fact some people who don't come on my channel will go over and go, oh, was he talking like that for? He's full of his ego. It's just his accent and everything because they don't understand what's going on. It's like, listen to him. He knows an easy way of talking about Q. I resonated with this guy straight away, went through his thing, was like, he knows about Q. This is easy to understand. Some people probably still won't get it. It's free will. You don't have to research the Q stuff. You don't have to. But it's giving you breadcrumbs. But I loved this. And it's only short.
And many of you are familiar with Q or QAnon. And these posts are designed to be analyzed by fifth-dimensional people, sovereign beings that are able to question everything. See that big letter Q?
Question.
And that Q is ask a question. And if we're going to become the 5D Earth, everyone will become responsible for their everyday life.
Exactly.
A sovereign being that's able to ask questions and use critical thinking.
Ask questions and use critical thinking because the mainstream media won't you won't be able to ask them questions properly and they won't be able to answer them properly and you can't critical think, you can't do this and the censoring this and the censoring that.
To come up.
You have the right to ask questions without them telling you what things are. You have a right. You're a sovereign being.
Their reality. Now, this concept of free will is important because people that are familiar with QAnon, those that are not familiar with QAnon, are asking the question, why hasn't anything happened?
This is the most important thing. This is a question people always ask. Why hasn't anything happened? I get this all the time in the 3D world. And it's like, I've said it on air, so I'm not going to say it because I've said it on air. People don't get it, but here we go.
There are many things that could have been from our world. People are asking the question, why haven't these people in these positions that have caused all this damage, that have caused all this anger, corruption, hurting all of our brothers and sisters, why haven't these people been removed? And if this is really going to happen, why haven't White Hats stopped what has been happening? Why is this continuing to go on? Answer is free.
I mean, the thing is, they are doing things behind the scenes we can't see, but there's free will, and it's got to come out slowly.
Well, people around the world have to see for themselves. They have to awaken on their own.
This is why Q said in a post, we cannot tell the people. The people need to see themselves. They need to see what's going on, like what's going on now with certain explosions and things. They need to see the bullcrap with their own eyes, because if they don't, they're not going to believe it. It's the only way they can be woken up. So I know there's shit going on right now and there's explosions going off here and there, and I don't know if it's the white hats or the dark hats, but remember, we are in a war, and sometimes there's things that happen sometimes when they take stuff out. I'm not saying this is what's happened, I'm just saying, and people get hurt and people die, or because that's what happens in war. But even bigger things could have happened. So sometimes it is horrible that things happen, but sometimes they have to happen. I'm not saying that's what's happened with that. I'm not sure what side it was from, but I'm just saying we are in a war. By Seven Circle, we are in a war. You know, and what was supposed to be over there could have done a lot of damage to a lot more people, but I don't know which side it was because I haven't really been looking into it, you know, so just saying.
On my journey, I have come across people that are starting to awaken, and they see through the veil of deception. People are sitting back and saying to themselves, none of this makes any sense. Why are all these things happening? And this is called, Light Warriors, the Great Awakening. Because we are all fifth dimensional beings. We are sovereign beings. And we are critical thinkers. We have to use discernment times. And that's what Q is all about. Asking the question. I remember Eric von Daniken, and he talked about ancient aliens. And in his book, would always ask the question, not to lead people. This is called free will. That's what Q is all about. It's leaving information. And as a 5D sovereign being, the person reading information is supposed to come up with the results without giving answers. A lot of times when we come out here on the front line, leave things open for the person to interpret it and come up with their own answers, because everyone is in control of their reality. The cabal has already fallen, but it takes time. We've been talking about the 5D Earth timeline shift. This is a split, a divide in ages. End of one age, beginning of a new. And this happens as a shift. It doesn't happen in one day.
This is why I've said it doesn't happen overnight. When people go on about the shift, the event, oh, it started in 2012. We thought it was 2012. It was shifting. It didn't go, oh yeah. So we're all here in that consciousness now of, you know, great things and great stuff. It's been shifting for a while. It's a ripple effect. It was shifting. It was coming in. That's what it's been doing. That's what a shift is. It's not a jump like that. It's a shift. Things are shifting. And when things are shifting, a few things go down and a few things go up. Hi, Anya. Is it Anya? Hey. Hi, beautiful too. So it is a shift. We all talk about different things on different channels. Sounds a bit different. It's all the bloody same thing. It's a shift. And what he's saying is absolutely beautiful. And that's why, I've just come across him today. It wasn't a coincidence. It's synchronicity. And I scrolled through his channel and he was talking about Q. It is free will to know.
A lot of times, we want things to happen immediately, but we're going through a shift right now. So people that are aware of Q have been asking, along with myself, Lightward, why is this allowed to happen? And the answer is the mass population, the public, needs to see for themselves.
But they're all nice.
On my journey, I did a little bit of that myself. We've talked about the narcissist. Narcissist knows themselves.
And they are
That's
doing.
What's happening right
The
now.
gaslighters, the narcissists.
That have controlled this reality are being allowed to expose themselves.
This is why Trump, for the people who don't know, who's in the Q team, he's letting the mainstream media hang themselves. He's giving them the rope to hang themselves with, so you can all see it. They're doing it themselves, to themselves.
And in due time, as the Great Awakening occurs, they will be time period a bit bumpy. But we have to remember free will.
Yeah, our world is fixing to get much larger with what's coming in, and ooh, it's exciting.
Many of you, we're a tight-knit community. Sometimes we leave narcissists that write these certain things in comments, and we just leave them there because it doesn't hurt our ego, because we know that it's slander, false information.
And I've had that on my channel.
Because the energy.
I did comment back, but I'm learning not to. But I had that a few weeks ago, slander. All these people that come in and say stuff, it's just...
that are shown in the Schumann Resonance have been shaking up lower vibrational beings. And they might attack you, your comments.
Yeah, just keep going. We are too close to give up. Yeah, and we're not giving up. That's why we just keep coming on, talking, fighting out there, as in putting our vibration out, our frequency. And they know this. That's why they're doing the last bits of crap. They haven't got not much ammunition left, as in their crap that they put out. And mainstream media were the last to come down, and you're going to see it. Oh, wait till the elections, Adalia.
Our comments. But we don't have to even remove them. Just leave them there. And everyone will sit back. And
the more they put stuff out, the more we push the light out. They can't stop what's coming.
Know that this does not resonate, these words. So people around the world
they are done,
sit back and see what's going on. And they have to come to the conclusion.
Well, we said get your popcorn in, folks. It's just a movie playing out, and and the people who are beginning to wake up and sleeping are catching up. They're going to catch up. We're watching it. We're watching a movie. We're like, it's already done. It's already done, but we've got to keep on it.
That these things do not resonate. So when you say, why isn't something happening?
Because a lot of us know what's happening, they can't bring our vibe down. We'll just pump it out more because we know at the end of it all, great things are coming, and that's what you've got to keep your focus on. That is that thing.
These beings, why aren't these things being removed? The answer is free
Hi, we
will,
are souls.
because the storm is coming through. My warriors, no matter what, nothing will stop this. Nothing. That storm back there, right? I play with the universe. But
yeah, it is checkmate.
nothing will stop this storm. It's coming.
There.
But it's going to take time. And we have to remember the universal law of free will. So if you are interested in QAnon, if you're interested in reading these posts, you have to digest them and use use discernment and come to your own conclusion.
Your own conclusions. No one's
Now
pushing you to.
the 5D Earth, and everyone will come to their own conclusion. They will not be spoon-fed and have false information shoved down their throats by mainstream media any longer. To use free will, know that these things must happen because public awakening must happen first-hand experience.
Exactly.
It wakes people up to actually see
They won't believe
happen.
it otherwise.
Because if everything was taken away, no one would appreciate it. Must happen.
A lot has
people
happened
must
in a
wake
year.
up on their own. All been on this journey, all woken up different ways. Now the collective waking up as well.
Yeah, and as Anya said, they can't change the universal law because they did what they did. They did balance needs to get restored. Yeah, and that's what's happening in the shift. It's all going back to balance.
Find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because if we all share with one other person, rapidly grow our lives.
Exactly. No one said the awakening is rainbows and unicorns because it isn't.
Unity.
Not boring, though, I'll tell you that. It's better than TV.
Storm has arrived. Nothing stopped this. People have asked, who is you? Well, Light War, maybe it's coming from the fifth dimension.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, we cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious of QAnon. Use this to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism.
Raises mine.
Life is so much better when we are all together. If you find this message inspiring or know someone that could benefit from it,
Yeah,
please
trust in yourself.
share this message. Dear ones, I am Michael. We are the 144,000. It is time. Take back our everyday lives.
Mm-hmm.
Road can be bumpy, but free will of the
It
Get up,
is.
warriors of the rainbow. Where we go one,
We go
we
on.
go all. I am the defender of our everyday lives. Victory.
Love it, very powerful. Some people are going, oh my god, what? The only other one I'm going to play before I go, because it's quite quick, is he had gaslighting. This is for people who can't see what gaslighters are. So, and then I'm going to go. Because I just had to bring him in with the way he was bringing up Q. Great person. Check his channel out. Our Everyday Lives. Like I said, I came across him today, didn't even know he was into Q, but I knew by certain codes he was saying, I was like, he's into Q. Another spiritual person that knows into Nikola Tesla, knows that it's not a bad thing like people think it is. So let me find it. But check his channel out. Have a nosy. You resonate, you don't. It's up to you. You have free will to watch whoever you wish. Right. He's got a lot on the Schumann Resonance. If you don't know what that is, you can go and check that out. It might make a lot of sense to you. Can't see chat right now. Blah, 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 blah. The global reset. Blah, blah, blah. Wah, 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 wah. Where is it? Gaslighting. I just thought this would be good for some people that don't understand what it is. The mainstream media is currently the hospice awaiting the inevitable. Yeah, they are the only ones that don't know. I know. I can't wait. Boom. Right, so let's go to gaslighting.
Okay, so I have a hard time with yoga teachers.
No, this isn't him. And then I'm going to go. Yeah, the mainstream mafia media. Right. Got a lighthouse. We all been a lighthouse.
Psychological means to question one's sanity. Let's understand how to outshine these narcissists and their lower vibration of gaslighting,
Yeah.
so that you can become the person that you came here to be. Hello everyone, I am Michael and I help guide people on the evolutionary journey. Lighthouses, shine your light. We are going through great awakening, and all of the light warriors that are positioned all around the world are shining the authentic truth. They are shining their light, but there is a lower
I'm in a funny
vibration
mood.
known as gaslighting, trying to stop the great awakening. Gaslighting is when narcissists like to ridicule people, and they get them to question their sanity. This is a psychological tactic.
Because if you didn't know, we're in a psychological warfare. It's all psychological. That's why the TV tries to brainwash. It's all psychological. That's why they try to get you to think that you're going crazy or to question things. You're like, oh, that's what it's all about.
And
Psychological warfare.
they use this gaslighting and they use this slander. And this can happen in your everyday life.
So We Are Souls, it's in Manchester, Piccadilly Gardens. I don't know if I'm going yet, but there is a big thing going on there if you check out Roxanne's channel.
With common people, and this is happening right now during the Great Awakening.
Hi, Candy
So,
Apple.
maybe on your journey, you have people that might be part of your everyday life, and they want to say, oh, you believe that? Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. And they use this tactic of manipulation to try to lower your vibration. And this happens to many people. This could happen in your relationship, the romantic relationship. It could happen with friends, family, maybe at the workplace.
Yeah, this is what I was trying to say
now,
yesterday.
Across the board, this is happening during the Great Awakening. You see, narcissists know in the subconscious mind that their world is ending. We are entering the 5D Earth, and people, 5D vibrating souls, are able to see. They are able to feel energy, and the narcissists do not like this new authentic reality that we're going toward.
No.
And they're trying to hold on to the falling matrix as much as they can. Humans are designed with the ego, and they want to hold on to the...
No way did you go and see estates in Canada where everything was quite now. I got house arrest for 2 weeks, but yeah, we don't care anyway, do we? We're used to it. Nothing new to us.
Matrix reality. But the 5D sovereign beings,
Exactly. Nothing will stop you,
the
exactly.
lighthouses
Who are they to say?
across the world, are shining the authentic truth.
Where are the
And
lighthouses?
they are shining their light brighter than the satanic mainstream media.
Oh, yeah.
Afternoon slump with
Put all the bloody shitty ads on.
We are going from dark to light, and the gaslighting
That's when I heard him. I thought, before I found the Q video, I thought, he knows. He knows.
is being sprayed around.
I don't wear a mask. I don't wear a
Light
mask.
warrior, oh, you're crazy.
No
And
issues.
These tactics of
I went to Morrison's today though, and I lost my exemption card. And I thought it was in my pocket a minute ago, so I thought, oh well, I'll just go in. Young guy looked at me and went, "Have you got your mask?" I went, "No, I'm exempt." He went, "What?" I went, "I'm exempt." I said, "I've just lost my card actually in the street, my exemption card." He went, "Exempt?" He didn't know what it meant. I went, "Yeah, I don't have to wear a mask." He went, "Oh, go in then." I went, "Only." So actually, me and another guy didn't have a mask on, and you know when you look over and it was a bit like, one of them.
Narcissist.
Oh, and then I thought, in my head, oh God, will you please find me exemption card, because it's just a bit easier with that. Went out, went through an entry, and there it was shining on the floor, and I went, oh, put it back in my pocket.
Are falling and failing.
Yeah, exactly.
This gaslighting.
They do ask, some of them do, some of them don't.
Not even a light at all. It's a lower vibration. The lighthouse shines brighter than the gaslighting of the narcissists. So, might be on your journey, and you might be serving our brothers and sisters, and you're sharing consciousness, and you're helping to expand the consciousness of others. Remember.
Yeah, that's true, Tapper. No one has any right to lock down anyone or make them wear a mask. It's in the Human Rights Act, Anya said, and it is in the Human Rights Act. See, this is where, when people don't do the research, they haven't got a clue what's going on. Know your rights, look in the Rights Act, and you'll see they can't do it. But people just follow the mainstream media like a load of sheep.
Ascension, the Great Awakening, whatever you would like to call it, is done free will. So all you need to
exactly,
do
Effie.
is shine lights and
be confident. If they ask you, say no, I'm fine, thank you. And if they keep going on, say exempt, baby. And they're not allowed to ask you why.
disregard the lower vibration gaslighting. You're crazy. Right? I know many of you get that on your journey, but it's best at this time to ignore them, because we are at the event horizon and we're entering the 5D Earth. And Dolores Cannon.
It wasn't the workers in Morrison's, it was the people on the door that are letting you in. They ask you. But it says on the thing it's up to the individuals. So yeah.
Said that there will be those that get left behind. It is not your responsibility, Lightwar.
I tell you, at some point I want to go to Camelot Castle where they do Camelot Network TV, Network whatever. So I'm going to have to go there, and I just need to go there for my birthday, even though it's next year, February. But or Christmas would be great. I have to say to my fellow, I just need to go there and meet John and his wife and the energy and sit in that spiral and everything and just be there. Ooh, putting that out to the universe. Need to go. Need to stay. Need to go for the weekend.
Awaken everyone is simply your responsibility to be your authentic self. So do not worry, Light Warrior, when this gaslighting comes your way. Simply ignore it. Because, Light Warrior, attention is the currency.
I must admit that's what I am learning to do, because people will comment, and I commented on something someone put the other day, and it's just like I've just got to ignore it because it's gaslighting. It's just them in their energies trying to bring your energy down, which I know, whether we know.
Of the universe. Let's say you're sharing consciousness,
and even if I have, sometimes it's like they think, I don't know what they think it's going to affect your life. It doesn't, because I don't think about them people after. Some people, I think you do. Or they think about people all the time. It's like, no, don't really, not interested.
Brothers and sisters are responding however you shared, whether it's in person or in the internet. You're getting all this positive feedback.
No one says anything
then a
anyway.
Serpent slithers in and wants to project negativity onto.
Oh yeah, and we've had some of that, haven't we? The little serpent wants to come in and project the negativity everywhere, don't they? It's like when you get trolls coming in, which you don't get a lot of now, but they just want to project and distract, and that's what they do.
Whatever you shared, all you need to do is ignore it, because attention is the currency of the universe. And the 3D
And some of them do know
is
that.
losing. And they're just seeking out attention.
Attention!
We're seeing this in the Great Awakening. Or you
Mm-hmm.
could use this message for your everyday life.
Yep.
You will come across people that will use this gaslighting and project this psychological attack
Because that's what it is.
upon you to say you're crazy.
And some people don't even know they're doing it.
A lot of people might not understand because they haven't been doing work.
Exactly.
The laziness,
This is what I was talking
the
about.
ability
Oh,
to
yes.
question everything and to do one's own research is available to everyone.
Ah, good on you.
And a lot of people, they don't have the energy to research.
They don't have the energy to do the research, probably because they're plugged into mainstream media all the time and getting down in fear and low in energy because they're feeding into the bullshit and they ain't got time. Oh, I ain't got time. No, but you've got time to watch MSM. Oh, I've got not. Yeah, because you're not feeding into the right things. You're not feeding yourself with the right frequency, the right energy and vibration because you're watching that crap.
They just repeat.
And they do repeat the same regurgitated thing that mainstream media say. They don't really know. They'll go, oh, it said, they'll say to you, where's the facts? Well, where's your facts? Just because you watch something that mainstream media said,
What they are repeating is simply Light Warriors' subconscious programs.
Facebook's really bad, but I only use it to pump all the crap out and it triggers people, but that's what I use it for. So, use it.
95% of your everyday life is dictated by subconscious programs.
Yep.
So it is very difficult to break subconscious programs, but it is possible to break them. When you're shining your light, warriors of the rainbow, you are still affecting the subconscious mind. So when this event really hits,
Camelot.
it will kind of ease the sleep.
We're all Camelot energy round table for the people.
Into
Free speech.
the 5D Earth. But nothing will stop this, Light Warriors. Nothing. Do not worry about this lower vibration. Gaslighting. In these new energies, narcissists are exposing themselves and
Seeing it.
they're failing.
Seeing it every day.
Narcissists around the world, they are lashing out.
Oh, yeah.
Because this energy that we're in right now, they cannot last in this new energy. And maybe this seems interesting to you.
Hi, Zal.
But the energy, the vibrational frequency of our planet has changed. And we have the scientific evidence shown in the
feel
Schumann
it.
Resonance. And it's time to start raising one's vibration. However,
I'll tell you what I did today. It started raining, but it's still warm, and something me, my higher self, was telling me, just Janine, just go in the garden with your shoes off. I've got no shoes or socks on or slippers on now. I hate wearing things like that. I'm always taking them off, even in the house. Go outside and stand in the rain. So I did, and it was warm, and my paving was warm. The stones were warm, and it was just nice just standing there, getting wet. Anyone saw me in the garden, they probably would have been like, normal people would have been like, what's she doing? And I just thought, oh my God, it feels so nice. So nice, it was so nice. Recharging.
this is done free will. So, one that wants to raise their vibration and improve their everyday life will do so
After that
through free
moon.
will. And then there will be those that choose left behind.
Yep.
That's their choice.
But Q did say, no one will be left behind. If we're trying to help people, they could wake up to not be left behind. But that free will. Choose not to do it. Choose not to do the work. Choose not to see. Choose to stay in that bubble. Then
Free will is the law of the universe, and everyone
up to you. Free
will
will.
go where they need to go. One's will choice. But gaslighting is running wild
It
right
is.
now.
Yeah, it is. I've had it.
It's happening everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are at the end Light warriors.
End game.
This is the end.
To the beginning.
It's the beginning of the 5D Earth.
Higher consciousness.
Over vibrational forces that have controlled the narrative of the
That have been messing with my stream tonight.
Matrix reality are falling. They have programs.
Bye, Craig. Bye, Von Craig. Meditation time.
Subconscious programs into the minds of
I'm still making my meditation cushions.
people. Send them love. However, light warriors, you know what.
Listen to what he says now. It's hilarious. Send them love, but this is hilarious what he says, and it's true.
A motto: do no harm,
But take no
shift.
Take no shift. Do no harm, but take no shift. Because we're having a shift. Do no harm and take no shit, basically. And this is what I say to people. Oh, you're not spiritual because you're not spiritual. Being spiritual doesn't mean you're a doormat. Do no harm. We're not doing no harm. We're not going around being violent. But we ain't taking no shit either. Easy. That's what people get very confused with. I think my sister told me that some of her, I don't know if they watched me, but some of her friends were going, oh, I like your sister, but sometimes she says it like this, and sometimes she gets a bit touchy. And so I'm like, yeah, I do, because that's just me being my true, authentic self. I don't go around being violent, but at the end of the day, do no harm, but take no shit. What some people don't realise is there's a lot of people been on this for years, even before me, and I've been on the whole Q thing for nearly 4 years, and we do get a bit peed off sometimes, trying to shine the light, because especially what's going on with people coming in with like the gaslight and this, that, the other. So, but they don't understand that, the ones that are just starting to wake up, they don't I've seen people get a bit mad who've just woken up. It's like, well, how do you think we feel? And then people before, so sorry, and they all go, I'm offended. Well, be offended, because that's just you taking things in that you think were just being offended is rubbish. It's just a rubbish thing to say. It's just because you're hearing truth and you don't like it.
I know you like that. The lighthouse.
Yeah, the choice to know will be yours, exactly. I'd rather know than not know. So we take the red pill, and sometimes we think at the beginning, oh my God, I wish I could take the blue pill, but then you get further past it, you start to detach from certain things and all that, and let things go and realise, oh, it's because of this, and this. And then you realise, you go, actually, I'm so glad I took the red pill. I'm so glad, even though it's been up and down, because it's not easy. It's not the easy path to take.
Journey. Use the power of clairsentience. Dr. Bruce Lipton said that language was designed to hide feelings. It is the vibration behind the words. You know, mine are the 5D. Have the power of clairsentience.
Well, that's what I mean. People think we all have to be kissy, lovey. I mean, we are, but there's a time to put defences up, and we're putting the armour of God on at the end of the day. People don't realise we're in a war, in a spiritual war. So that's why they say that sort of stuff. It's like, no, we take no shit either.
Are running rampant now. They're slithering around because they can no longer hide.
You put your big girl pants on. Exactly, because that's what people think. Oh, I'm offended. Everyone's offended by every freaking thing today. Do you know what I mean? It's like, get a grip of yourself. We're in a war. That's what they don't like when they get like this. But it's like, yeah, well, truth hurts sometimes, but we are doing it for you. Everybody, we're all doing it for ourselves. It's mad crazy.
From dark to light.
Exactly.
And now the light shining brightly. Light warriors, activate your armor.
Of God, yeah. Activate your armor. Activate your light.
No.
Because the dark don't like the light.
Of gaslighting.
Shine.
And overpower that attack by shining your light and being lighthouse for our brothers and sisters. Nothing will stop this.
That's why America's called the last beacon of hope. America falls, we all fall.
We are the victory of the light. Remember, we cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious of the narcissistic attacks known as gaslighting. Use this consciousness to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism.
Yeah.
Life is so much better when we are all together. If you find this message inspiring or know someone that could benefit from it,
Yeah,
please
full armor of God,
share this
baby.
message. Dear ones, I am Michael. We are the 144,000 warriors of the rainbow.
Whoop.
It is time to take back our everyday life.
Yep. And the reason why they're getting desperate, as Al said, is because we're getting stronger. They know this time's here, they know it's shifted, and they know they haven't really got much left. So they're getting desperate, but they can't stop what's coming. So that was a lovely Michael. Yes, he does talk very powerful and strong, and he should do. Words create reality, and some people will go over and think, oh my God, like, blah, 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 because that's how people are, some people, because they're not open-minded. But before I go, I hope you enjoyed that. I just wanted to share it with you, with a brew, because I thought it was ace, and I love showing you the people that I like to follow, and it's just, well, I can't say it's funny, or it's a coincidence. It's not that I found out that he's into Q as well, and he's spiritual. People think Q's not a spiritual thing. They think Trump's not a spiritual thing. Well, you're so wrong. You're so wrong. It's nothing to do with politics. Nothing. So anyway, let's do me work your light cards. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. You're beautiful. It was Michael off Everyday Life's channel, and I was just playing one before from, it is in chat, I think Effie put it in chat. It was Dharma Life podcast, which the lovely Tara was on Camelot the other night. She's been on that channel, I think, as well, and they've done roundtables with Magenta Pixie on the Goddess roundtable chat. So just saying, linking up with the people that know what's coming even out of our hands. All we can do is concentrate on ourselves and help others to see, and don't take shit. Exactly. Oh, Jane from Torquay, hello. Oh, that one's flipped over. Oh, just what we were talking about, take no shit. Wait till you see what that one was. This is what people need to do right now. That card that's just come out, I shall show you in a minute. Normally go for 3. 3 is a magic number. Hello, lovely Dolly. Sorry, I will watch. Yeah, because I'm going now. But don't worry, it might have been a bit glitchy. I don't know. It's been a bit glitchy for some people because the energies are trying to, faff. Faff. God, I'm really, really warm. Really warm. Bring me a higher love. Oh, that song's been in my head all week. Bring me a higher love. Oh. Bring me a higher love. Something going on with this live stream tonight, getting sound before. Yeah, exactly. They've been messing. So if people don't get to see it, proper people don't get to see it, but the people who've been here seen it, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter how many people have seen it, as long as some of you have, that's okay. Oh, there's the second. Oh, yeah. Remember the lighthouse? Yeah. One more. Jump. Oh, there it is. Jump. As I say, jump, it flips over. Yes. Right, here we go. So the first one was boundaries, as we were just talking. And if you see, you got your looks like little chakras going through there, and hands coming in like, oh, people gaslighting, people going on, blah, 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 people trying to catch your light. But it says, where do you need to establish better boundaries? We all do. Do you know what I mean? Set your boundaries and stick to it. Because people are always trying to interfere. Yeah. And then the next one was starseed. What lights you up? What lights you up? Light yourself up as well. Like a beacon. Like a lighthouse. But what lights you up, you should be doing more of. Don't listen to anyone else. Don't let people put you off. Do what lights you up. Because they hate that. And then the last one is trust your path. Trust your path. It's your path. But like I said before, Got this picture ages ago from a charity shop. We are family. Not myself on the head. We all come from core, different directions, one route. We all go off, branching off, we experience different things. We all come back to centre, back to core essence. We experience through different ways, but we're all coming from the same thing. We're all going back to the same thing. And it says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? We are supported. Very much supported. They don't want you to know that. Trust your path. Trust it with all your heart. So that's me. I'm going to go because I'm really, really warm. A good day tomorrow. Yeah, so I thought I'd come and share you with that. I'm sorry it's been choppy. I think it's the energies. Don't know if you watch other people's channels where it gets interfered with a lot when people are talking about certain things. But like I said, I think the sun's out tomorrow and coming up for a few days. Remember the light codes. Get out in the sun. Don't bake yourself, but get out in the sun. I didn't put my sunglasses on. And enjoy it. Light up. Like I said, do the things that you love. We can see there's loads of stuff going on. It's getting more exciting. Even though we're seeing there's bits and bobs in the news that don't look good with certain explosions, this, that and the other. You know, and I've not looked into that. I don't know if it's white hats or black hats. But at the end of the day, even with white hats, when things happen, sometimes they have to take things out. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying people do get injured and people do die because we are in a war. That's what people really, really need to realise. But sometimes it benefits other things. But I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm not even going to look at it anyway. Yes, if you'd like to send a coffee donation, it's in chat of my email for PayPal or whatever. And that's free will, remember. I'm not putting an arm up your back. And for people who have donated coffee donation, thank you very much. You know who you are. Yeah, and that is the message. That song's been in my head all week. So sing that out loud is the message of bring me a higher love, oh, bring me a higher love. High frequency people, get singing out loud them sort of songs, you know, while you're singing in kitchen or whatever, bring that frequency in. But that's been in my head all week. Bring me a higher love. That's a good song. So yeah, thank you for sharing. Yeah, because see, I bring that because some of you may know of that channel, and I know a lot of you did, but some of you may not have, and then you can go and check it out, see what you think, and all that good stuff. So yeah, so I'm going to go. Where we go one, we go all. I will see you very soon. What day is it? Wednesday, Thursday, tomorrow. Yeah, check his channel out. Go through it. You know, learn about the Schumann Resonance and stuff like that. It's your choice to know. It's your choice to research. It's your choice to pick them breadcrumbs up and do it. But they can't stop what's coming, and that's all I'm saying. I'm looking for the bloody off button again. Where is it? Like I said, well, like Michael said, do no harm, but take no shift. So anyway, I'll see you soon.